You don't have to be with somebody if you don't like them. If you don't want to submit to them because you don't trust where they're taking you, or you don't like these things about them, then that's not your man. If you're not fully in submission to him and the way that he lives his life, it's because he's not for you. And two, submission, like biblical submission, is a two-way street. I submit to you willingly because I want to, because I respect you. And then you also earn my submission. You also you be the man that is worth submitting to. Yeah. Sure. And so I'm just like, it's a two-way thing. I have to submit to you. I have to respect you, because we're all sinners. So every man, no matter how great your man is, he's going to fall sometimes. He's not going to live up to God's standard all the time. And you have to look at him as the head of the household, even during that time. Yeah. And then as a man, you have to make sure that you are doing everything in your power, loving your wife the way that Christ loves the church every single time. Yeah. But it's always a two-way street.
This is what you want? Does this person really have an understanding? Let me ask you a question. So this lady is talking about submission. She's talking about it's a two-way street or what have you. Let me give you a little test. So if I go to her and I say, it's not really a two-way street. It's you making a decision that I'm going to do what God told me to do. I'm hoping that the man does what God told him to do as well. But my obedience to God has no bearing on what he does, and what he does has no bearing on my obedience towards God. I'm going to obey God and do what God said with regard to submission, irregardless of what he does. If you went and told this lady that, how's she going to act? How is she going to respond? This is how you test every spirit. You got to have these type of conversations. You see how they sitting down and talking? You need to have these kind of conversations with the young lady that you are considering. If you're not having these conversations, these type of conversations with the young lady that you are considering marrying all the time, then you're not properly vetting this person. Y'all are not married yet. I'm gonna tell you, some folks really baffle me. They sit up and take a year, 2 years, 3 years to marry, but they ain't doing nothing. They're not vetting. They are wasting time. What they doing is trying to see if the cookies in the cookies jar is as good as the cookies over here in this cookie jar over here. You need to be vetting and stay out the cookie jar, because that's going to mess up your judgment. You need to be vetting. Because this child here, you might start asking her these questions and find, man, this lady is tripping. She don't believe nothing the words say. She starts saying, no, it's a two-way street, and if you don't do your part, even when we're married, I'm not going to do my part. I'm waiting on you because you have to love me to submission. Okay, see I'm talking about. All right, let's go to the next one.
The difference between black women and white women, according to this woman, is that white women want marriage, black women don't.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
We can do it by ourselves. We don't need help. You're like, Tisha, please don't play this video. I know, but we have to. The caption in this video is being married isn't our life goal. No more wasting time. Just get it.
See, the difference between black women and white women is that white women's goal in life is to be married. Is to marry a successful man, cater to him, be a stay-at-home mom, have his babies, take care of the babies all by herself, while at the same...
What in the world does black or white have to do with you wanting to get married or not wanting to get married? See, this is a cultural thing. This ain't got nothing to do with black or white. There's plenty of African-American women and black women all over the world that want to get married. They ain't thinking about what you're talking about. See, you've been brainwashed. Folks, again, are you vetting these people? Are you looking at the red flag staring right in your face? Listen, to me, this is me. You know what a red flag is me? Somebody that's always talking about race relations all the time. If they always talking about black and white and all this kind of stuff like this, and black folk do this and white folk do this, and I don't know what black these white folk, that's a red flag for me. You sound like a racist, or even vice versa. That's why we always got to talk about that all the time. Like you got a problem with these people over here. But you's a Christian, right? Red flag. Flag on the plate.